Hey, what's going on, buddies? Welcome back to Beaker's Lab. How we doing? Today I want to show you guys my top 3 favorite armies of all time. Now, you guys know I'm a farmer, so I'm going to be showing you farming armies today. Let's get right into it. And boom, you might be surprised by this one right here. Hogs and Barch. This is my favorite army of all time. Now, let me tell you, when I was a town online the first time, I used this a lot. I maxed my level 10 walls with this army right here. Now, let me show you why I think this is the best, and it's definitely something you should at least try. Now, you're going to take a Barch army and just Barch the first layer of a base. Once you take out that first layer, all the defenses in that first layer, you're going to throw your hogs and a clan castle full of hogs right into the middle. Now, did you guys see I had 6 hogs, and there's 6 more in the clan castle, so that makes 12. That's not many hogs. We're also only going to use 1 spell because, you know, I don't want to use 2 spells. I don't know. If you're not boosted, you can't use any more than 1 spell. So, boom, 1 spell gets the hogs through the core. They've taken out a lot of the key defenses. Now we're on the other side. We're dropping archers and barbs again just to sort of help out. And that's it. Like, bam! What up? Dude, that is it. It's pretty easy, pretty simple. I've shown this before. I've preached this before, but you can do a lot with this army right here. And I'd say the biggest thing that scares people off, they're like, oh, I don't want to use Dark Elixir to get loot. Well, yeah, I get that, dude. That's why I don't use this all the time, but this is not that much Dark Elixir. You know, here, all I used was 6 hogs. What's that? I don't know. A little over 300 or 400, something like that. But that's not that much. And, you know, you're usually going to get at least that much Dark Elixir, depending on where you are. Now, the only thing about this army, you should have your queen to clean up. You got to have a clan castle full of troops, hogs preferably, and you want to have a spell. You got to at least have 1 heal spell. So, you know, that's something you need to make this army work. You don't have to get a 3-star with this army. You can also kind of just rush in. I've shown that in a previous episode. You can kind of use the hogs to like clear out half of the base and then just go in and get half of the loot. You know, that works as well. I'll try to show that in a future episode, but this is really the best way. You find an easy base, a weak base, or a Town Hall 8 base, and you just crush it. And it's so fun, dude. It's so fun to do this like all day. You know, you do 10 of these, 20 of these in a day, you're like, yeah, I've just been crushing it all day. The only thing you have to do is continually drop trophies because, you know, you get like 30 trophies every time. So guys, this is one you probably did expect, the giant Barch army. I sometimes call this the Beaker Barch army because this is basically what I use when I'm going for Dark Elixir. This is my favorite, and I think it should be for you guys too. Now, some people might use an army like this with healers. That's cool too. That's just not my style. But if you want to use this with some healers, you're just going to have to drop some, probably drop some archers, some goblins, some barbs, and you can fit some healers in here, no problem. But the way I like to do it is just bring a heal spell and a couple of rage spells. A heal spell or 1 rage is usually enough with this army. Now, the idea here is we're just going to kamikaze in. We're not trying to get the, you know, we're not going to get 50% on this base probably. We're not going to do that well. All we're going to do is just get the dark. This one happens to be a very easy one, but think on a normal base, the dark would be like where the queen is right now, okay? Or where that expo is right next to the queen. So that is the goal, to get to right there. Now notice here, I'm doing a little sneaky move. I've been doing this lately. I drop 1 giant and 2 hogs. And if you can get an easy mortar like that, boom, that's going to make it so much easier for you later in the raid. I love doing that, guys. Think about that. You know, bring 2 hogs with a normal army like this. It really helps. So it also helped us lure the clan castle, right? Nah, not completely, but that's okay. We'll deal with that just fine. We have a poison spell. I love the poison spell, man. It was like a gift from above. That poison spell, it was such a great thing to add to the game. And here we go. Whoa. What are we doing here? Yeah, see, we didn't even need to drop all our troops because this was such an easy one. We had some gnarly clan castle troops. I would recommend that with this army. If you guys can get, let's see here. If you can get wizards, get those. That's the #1 pick. If you can't get those, try minions or archers or even more giants. You can use more giants. Like, if you have a clan castle full of hogs or giants, that's going to help clear the way, you know? And then maybe you can use your queen or some archers and barbs, goblins to clean up. Now, guys, as you can see, I didn't need my goblins or all of my other troops, so I'm going to drop them over here on this free elixir. What is this guy doing? Okay, I'll take it. This was the second guy I saw doing this today. I saw another guy that had all 4 of his storages right in a row outside, and I thought it was a trap. I was like, nah, No, I'm not going to take that. And then I pressed next. I was like, no, that wasn't a trap, was it? It was really just guy just had his elixir outside. So end of story. That's the end of my story. Anyways, guys, there we go. Look at that. So we got Great Dark with one spell. And I'm always going to preach that to you guys. Use one or no spells. And that really helps save elixir and help save spells. I mean, you want to save your spells just in case, you know, you need one for the next raid. Simple enough, right? And we got great loot there. We got Great Dark elixir and some elixir as well, because of the guy had outside storages. What up? So guys, last but not least is a fan favorite. This is just a favorite of farmers for, I don't know, all of time. Bam. But Bam is having some trouble nowadays. I mean, the game is changing. The game's getting harder. Defenses are getting higher leveled. And you can't always take on a hard base with Bam. But what you can do is find an easy base or a Town Hall 8 like this. And you can sniggle in there and get at least a couple of storages. So the great thing I like about Bam, you can take on dead bases beautifully. You know, you have tons of troops. You have like so many troops because you have all these small troops. So if you find a dead base, it's obviously perfect. But if you want to take on an active base like this, you really have to use the minions to the fullest extent you can. The minions are your secret weapon here. They're actually they're like your goblins. They're going to be the ones getting the loot. So let's take care of this. Can you guys just die? Come on, just go. That's the only thing I don't like about the poison spell. It's a little slow, you know, like especially on that giant. Oh man. All right, hurry up. Anyway, once we get done here, we're going to spread out on half of the base. This is key. You want to get like almost half of the base taken out, just like we did in that Hogs Barch army. We're gonna try to take out the first layer. And look at the first layer here. Look at it closely. All the good defenses are in the first layer. On the inside, this guy just has mortars. And what about mortars do we like? Well, they can't shoot minions. So all we got to do is take out this first layer, send in the minions carefully. We'll send them in carefully. But once we send them in, they're gonna have nothing shooting at them. This is my favorite part about Bam, is when you can clear the way like this and just boo. So, you know, we're going to send one at a time here. Check for traps. We took out a couple of those red air bombs. Those are your enemy, man. You do not want to get trolled by those things because they will troll you. People put them in the weirdest spots. Like, you never know. So, looks like we're right on track here, guys. Look at this. Just raking in that elixir. And this base, you know, it didn't have as much gold. So I wanted to focus on the elixir. And, you know, of course, I need elixir. We all do. So, taking it out. There we go. Boom. So, remember, guys, you know, the minions are your goblins. They're the ones that are usually going to take out the storages. Look, they're even going to get the town hall, which is awesome nowadays because there's some loot in the town hall now. It kind of takes a while to get used to that, right? Like, the first couple raids I did, I was like, wait, where's the rest of that dark? Oh, it's in the town hall. Yeah, I'm not sure I like that, but you know, we're going to get the town hall here. So keep in mind, on easy bases, people usually don't have air defenses or stuff like that in the middle. You know, like this guy just had storages and mortars right in the middle. So the minions were fine. They could just stroll through the middle of the base. And that's what you want to look for when you're using Bam. You want to say to yourself, can I sneak my minions in here? You know, or your queen or whatever, because that's really all you got. Barbs, archers, minions, or whatever's in your clan castle, you know, that's all you got, unless you have your heroes. So anyways, guys, that's it. You'll notice we did not use a spell on this raid because this was just a kind of a quick one. You know, we didn't really want to. I could have maybe charged in and gotten that dark, but I didn't want to let my queen die. I didn't really want to use any more than I already had. So there we go, guys. You know, almost 300,000 elixir, a little bit of dark, not really enough, but a little bit, just enough to pay the bills, you know. So that's it. That's my top 3, guys. Let me know what you like the most. I think if I had to choose one that I use the most, it's going to be the Giant Barch army because I think it's just best for dark elixir. So anyways, dudes, that's going to be it for today. That's my top 3, and this is like the first time I've ever done like a top 3 anything, so I'm kind of psyched about it. I thought it was a cool idea. Let me know what you guys think, and let me know what you think about your favorite armies. Like, which is your favorite? Which do you like the best, and do you hate all of mine? I know a lot of you guys probably use air armies, and that's a cool part of Clash. I like that there is options. I don't like air armies, but I know a lot of you guys do, so you know, that's something cool about Clash. Options, and everybody can play how they want. So let me know what you're thinking, guys, and I'll see you next time. Peace.